Hello YouTube, welcome back to Aces Plays. Today I'm going to be checking out Kingdoms and Castles. It's a city building game with tower defense game mechanics built into it because you have to defend your base because it'll get attacked by dragons and Vikings. I played it for about maybe 5 hours just to kind of get an idea of how it all works, but I haven't played it with bad guys enabled. So this is my first time. You're going to see me try and figure out how all that works. We're going to play with we do want to play with threats, so this is going to be the easy mode, and they'll eventually spawn baddies. We're going to go with a different name. We're going to go with Dragonstone. It's from Game of Thrones. Alright, and this is the seed that it gave us. I'm trying not to get too picky about it, but this doesn't look too bad. I wish there was a little bit more timber here, but it's really cool how there's 3 stone quarries all right next to each other, but unfortunately just not enough stone to tempt me. Alright, let's go with one more new map. We'll try our luck with this. This one doesn't look too bad, actually. We've got some fertile ground there for growing crops. And yeah, you know what? Actually, let's go with this. So let's accept that. And the first thing you do is you build your keep, which is your castle. Your castle will continue to grow and visually change as the game goes on. We're going to place it right there. It's the only building, at least so far that I know of, that is, once you place it down, like that's it. It's the only building that doesn't move. Once you have a castle built, you can have your workers. It comes with 5 workers to start chopping down timber for you. Hoping I didn't choose a place too sparse of timber. I'm starting to wonder if I made the right choice for this one, but we'll just roll with it. Go ahead and build a road so we can gain access to the stone quarry, because the 2 main materials you need to build most things in this game is going to be stone and timber. That works just fine. I don't want to build houses on this dark green tiles because that means it has very high fertility rates, so I prefer to try and keep crops on it as much as possible. So over here we're going to have sort of like the housing district. And we're going to build 2 houses at first. It's the cheapest form of residency you can build. They increase your population by 5, and they only cost 5 timber to build. So it's pretty good, pretty cheap, convenient way to build houses for your residents. Okay, so let's see. I guess we'll just wrap that around like that, and let's start thinking about building some sources of food. So we're going to build. No, we're not. Hold on a second. I've already changed my mind. We're going to build an orchid down here. I think building more houses right now kind of makes a little bit more sense. So we're going to just stick with that. And this is going to be in a 3x3 grid right here. Yeah. We have enough for a stone quarry. That's going to require 15 wood. I'm just going to try and utilize as much of this land here as just general food production. And yeah, we're down to our last 9. We're already getting kind of desperate for resources. Okay. Alright guys, go and venture out way over there and grab as much of that wood as you can. This would be pretty cool to set up like a fishing pond here so they don't have to venture out into the sea, and that's an aspect of the game that I haven't fully explored yet. That's around the progression level that I have reached so far, is when you're building seafaring boats and harbors and things like that. So now they have time to go and get some of this stone for us. As soon as we hit 5 stone, we're at 6. We're going to build a well. So the well provides water. It's really only your residents really need access to water. I thought maybe you need it to irrigate your farms, but you don't really need it for that. It also helps with firefighting. We reached our population max, so we're going to build a couple more houses. We're just going to build 2. Let's put up a couple more farms down here. I kind of like to space out building houses and keeping our worker level equivalent to our rate of food consumption. Because every time you build a farm or one of these a farm or an orchid, you have to dedicate workers who are basically going to spend all their time there. We're going to eventually need a place to put all of our food. I get kind of picky when I build these city building games. Like I always want it to look a certain way. But right there is fine. It's going to take them a while to build that. So since this is still under construction, they're going to take all the food to the keep. We have 21 out of 25 residents. We can build our first government building. It's going to be the treasure room. We can start taxing our citizens. So we're going to build it right across the street from the keep. I generally like to put all of like the institutional buildings next to each other because they kind of share the same like building material and look. But it's okay. It's just we're just playing this for like, hey, let's just check out this game. So we are now upgraded to a small village. Running a bit low on wood here, so let's start thinking about building our forestry or forester. So the cool thing about the forester is that the forester can grow trees for you. I'm gonna have the forester kind of have his hut in the back here so it can keep replenishing this forest. All right, so this is going to be our, I guess, our second neighborhood. Let's make sure we build a well. Oh, and I always keep forgetting to build a charcoal maker. So this guy converts wood into charcoal, and charcoal is used by our residents to warm their houses and cook food and things like that. So I kind of like to keep it away from the houses because it's a huge fire risk. So we'll just place it. Oh yeah, we'll just place it here. I was having a thought there for a second about placing one of these things, a small stockpile. So whenever the forester or the charcoal maker have created their resources, they'll put it over here instead of walking all the way to the castle. So we're gonna just go ahead and build. Okay, we're gonna build more of these fruit orchids. We're doing pretty good on stone with only one stone quarry. And as far as I know, they don't run out of resources. So yeah, this is where we harvest stone, wood, and food. It's going to be this patch of fertile ground here. Yeah, right there. Right there's good. Eventually, I'm just going to have this like loop around. And we'll just have more of these foresters to repopulate this area. And we'll just build out in this direction for housing. Okay, so we're at 53 out of 55 population, so let's just build two more houses. Hey, we could build a town square like right here. It's a little 2x2 square, and close it off like that. I wonder what happens if I build like a 2x2 road. Does that like increase traffic flow? I don't know if congestion is a thing in this game. But we'll just give it a try. I think maybe aesthetically it would look pretty cool. Too bad I can't move the keep. It's stuck in that position. That's going to cost 3 more workers. Let's make sure we build at least one hovel to make up for it. Residents are asking for something. They want a tavern, so we'll consider building them a small tavern. Hopefully we can afford one. Yeah, it's only 25 wood and 15. Hey, we'll put it right there. Perfect. It's a nice little perfect fit there, right next to the IRS. We'll just build a second stone quarry there. Why not? We have access to it. This is completely unnecessary at the moment, but I'm going to build this anyways. So I'm not going to build any civilization past this road. It's other than like the farms and stuff like that, as well as other like fringe resources. So one thing that I've been completely neglecting because I'm not used to thinking about it is our defense, because we're going to get attacked at some point, and I really don't have much clue of what to expect when that happens. Except that we're completely defenseless at the moment. So yeah. But the cheapest thing that we can build to defend ourselves is this archer tower, but it's 20 gold, and we're just not really getting that much gold right now. I think it might be time for us to start upgrading to the cottages, because I think the cottages, they do pay higher taxes. So I'll make sure I'm putting the door facing the road. So that looks like the door. Okay, so it goes that way. Oh crap. Dragon sighted. Okay, let's see what happens with... Okay, maybe it'll just like fly over us and like not do anything. Oh crap, it's heading straight for us. It's gonna burn down these hovels. Don't burn down the tavern, everyone's gonna get upset. So our keep does have offensive tower built into it. Maybe that'll chase it away. It's gonna burn all this stuff down. That'd be even worse if it burned down all the trees there. Hey, wow, look, it has... I'm surprised. Maybe it's just still looking for targets? I guess we scared it off. I won't get lucky. I won't get that lucky next time, though. Yeah, it's flying away. Oh, okay. Alright. So how much is it to build this thing? Okay, this feels... Oh, this feels practically, like, really arbitrary, but I'm just gonna guess and just, like, place turret tower over here. And like, I guess for symmetry's sake, we'll place another one on this side. So how much does it cost to build one more story? So it's 12. And if I build, like, let's say I build the archer's parapet, like on this one story high turret, like, can I keep... I don't know if I'm allowed to keep improving it once I put something on top of it. But anyways, let's see. So now that we have a cottage, hopefully it's paying higher taxes, being taxed -3. Wants charcoal for heating and cooking. Okay, so we don't have enough charcoal available to satisfy this guy's needs. Okay, yeah, sure. And so, yeah, I was wondering about this, because this is something I haven't done before. I know you can keep building on top of it. We're just going to have to be mindful to space these out. Okay, I'm going to go... This is the third story. I'm going to go 4 stories on the interior ones. And then make them get gradually shorter as they get closer to the perimeter of the island. So that's 4, right? So archer tower, 20 gold. All right. Oh, I could build 2. Nice. Oh, the symmetry is... I forgot about these buildings here, kind of throwing the symmetry off a little bit. It is what it is now. See, with only 4 of these foresters, we're actually keeping up with our... We've reached a point where we're building things that don't require a lot of wood, as they do at the initial start of the game. So what do they want? They want a church or a library. Oh yeah, that's right. We saw a bunch of other stuff just show up. Oh crap, a church. Yeah, that's 85 stone. We're nowhere near building that. But we can build this chapel if we're patient. But we could also build a clinic. Heals people who are sick with plague. This might be a good preventative thing to start building. But the people are demanding a church, so we're going to wait for a church. I mean, what benefit does a church or the chapel provide? We'll build the chapel right next to town square. I do want to keep building cottages. I think they help with our tax revenue issue. So... just to make that symmetrical, we're going to place the other one right there. Now I'm a little too hesitant to keep expanding outward, because that's more territory we have to cover. That's more territory we have to defend. So now I'm thinking about just maybe we should just concentrate on building upward instead of outward. Just to round up this little corner here, I'm finally gonna build. We're way up ahead on housing right now, but I just kind of wanted to scratch that itch and see what it looked like when it was finally built. And these 3x3 hovels, I'm eventually going to replace them with the largest thing you can build, which is the manor. It's a 2x2. Wow, that was a 3x3. All right, we'll figure out some way to make it look cool. We can place it right there, actually, right next to these things. All right, so we got a terrible plague. 2 of our peasants have taken ill, so we might have to build the cemetery first before we build the clinic. But I'm going to go ahead and try and build this clinic, see if we could save those people. We can't afford it. All right. All right, well, desperate times call for desperate measures. We are going to increase our tax rate to 20%. It looks like people are dying. Sure, we'll put the bakery right here. Now I need to build the cemetery. Are they mourning their dead? Yeah. Alright, unfortunately we do have to eventually build this, so it's come down to it. We'll have to build the cemetery caretaker. We'll just build it in this area and just allow it to expand indefinitely. That way if we do get raided from this angle, we're not gonna lose anything that valuable. We're not losing houses and cottages and manors or anything. We're losing graveyard plots. We're just gonna start building out for this direction. I'm a little unfamiliar with how many plots we need to build. Like how many dead people can fit in each plot, basically. And it's a little morbid, but they're taking their dead to the cemetery, so we'll just add a couple of squares to that. We're going to use the cheap one. We can only add one. Yeah, they already filled up the graveyard with the ones that had died, and there's still 3 others waiting for burial. I'm waiting for another dragon to come at us. We're so ready for it this time. I'm going to build another tower. And we'll just make it like maybe 3 stories tall. If we can build a small market, sure. Hopefully that'll help increase my tax revenue. Our residents are complaining that the tavern is too full, so we're going to build another small one. And the taverns don't cost any gold to upkeep, so I don't mind just spamming a second one down there. And the small ones require twice as less than like one large one. And I think one large one doesn't cover as much ground. And I wasn't keeping too close of an eye on my food output, so we're actually running a deficit on food. But we have like tons of expansion options. I haven't seen what the windmill does, but I have a feeling it kind of just makes all your farms a little bit better. Okay, oh wow, we got Vikings incoming. And they came on this southern peninsula. There's no resources here really worth trying to expand to. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on them while they head up. They're gonna probably head in this direction and hopefully get slaughtered. I'm thinking maybe like the extent of my town is just gonna be like up to here. And like maybe over here. And they just try and protect the coastline as best as I could. Because I'm not sure how big of a town you really need. I'm not even sure how to beat the game. If there is like an ending where you just play until you're bored. Oh, nice. Is that it? We already took care of them. They didn't completely destroy me because I did have this building here. Oh, I can build a chamber of war. We're gonna demolish this small granary. As well as this. Oh. And we're gonna rebuild those. But we can rebuild the granary, and we can build a larger granary too. The only thing that sucks about like these buildings that cost actual gold to build is that I'm a lot more hesitant to just move them around because again, like it takes it takes time to accumulate gold. What I'm trying to get is turns charcoal and iron and turns it into tools. Okay. And we have, I'm assuming that's 9 iron, so that's cool. They're finally doing their work. So we need to build a blacksmith. But a blacksmith costs 75 gold. Holy crap. And that's not even for like a institutional building. That's just like a regular production building. Okay. So yeah, these people are saying that they don't have. Oh, it's because I demolished the granary. So there's gonna be a temporary shortage of food right now. All right. Well, there's a lot of decisions to be made, but I'm interested in holding out for the 75 gold. It's gonna take a while of like real life time for time to pass by to get that much gold though. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording and bring you back when we have. Oh crap! We got another dragon. Man, those arrows don't do anything to the dragon. You got to get those ballistas, like they did in Game of Thrones. So they shot him on the while they were on the boat. Please don't burn anything down. Oh, he's burning down the hovels. It's gonna get away. All right, but it only burned down one hovel, so we're gonna demolish that, and we're gonna see if we can build. Yeah, we can build a manor. So what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna demolish that. We're gonna put a well, and we could put 2 cottages. We could do that right now. Actually, we have the resources for it, and this will also increase my tax revenue. I don't really know by how much, but I know that the hovels don't really pay you much, and we have an excess of housing as it is. So. Is it really worth my resources? Yeah. I'm just kind of curious to see what it looks like too. I'm kind of concerned about them saying they don't have bread. But necessity calls for a bakery. I hope he'll have access to, like, I hope it doesn't have to be in proximity to him, you know, like hopefully he can just walk 2 blocks down the street and get the wheat. Yeah, look at this 3x3 square. That looks super cool with like the matching blue roofs and all that. Okay, so when I can build another one, I'm going to. I need 25 gold. All right, well, it didn't take as long as I thought, so we're going to build the blacksmith. And so just so I can double check, takes charcoal and iron, okay, turns it into tools or ornaments. Okay, armaments. Okay, that sounds pretty straightforward. We're going to build it over here. I do want to demolish these hovels and replace them with a manor. We're almost there. We only need 4 more gold. Oh, are you kidding me? Crap. Well, we can at least build a couple of cottages. gonna make sure that well stays there. So a couple of people are gonna be homeless while we're transitioning this to a manor. And wow, yeah, see, as soon as we deleted this, the well that was in the center of that grid, like everything went up in flames. So this, the people who work here don't have a home. Apparently, like, these buildings are damaged. Does that, it's only 17 out of 20. Okay, we're just gonna consider that a cosmetic issue, but it does make sense to build a well here. And I also want to build a castle block. And we solved our bread issue. Well, there's like one person who still doesn't have bread, but we just had to like build this patch of hay. And it doesn't matter where you place your bakeries. They know where to find the wheat. Oh, fire brigade. I think it'd be super helpful to have a fire brigade. I could build it in a little 1x1 spot that I didn't know what to do with. Yeah, right there. Okay, but anyways, what was I doing here? Yeah, I was making this castle. I think that's the 3rd floor we're adding onto it right now. Oh, we could build this ballista. I'm gonna build the ballista just out of curiosity. You know, honestly, like another thing we can start considering is just building a wall all around it, all around our city. Whoa, that completely emptied all of our stone reserves. But I think this is going to look so cool when it's when they're finished building it. And I left one space in the middle. I'm not sure why. I think it's going to be for the stone gate. Allows your villagers to pass through. Yeah, makes sense. And I guess we'll just kind of call this a city limit of our city. The city limit of our kingdom. And you could build another thing like a moat. Costs 30 gold. Wow, that's super, super expensive. We're gonna chill on that for a little bit. Wait, what about a barracks? 45. I guess not a requirement at the moment, but if we were to increase the height of these towers... No, actually I want to build that gate. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until we have enough for this gate, because we're really starting to venture into territory that I've never been to before. Especially with this, you're currently producing tools and armaments. Okay. What's going on? A terrible plague has swept the land. Okay. I need to consider getting that hospital sooner than later. So what do we need? 85. Alright. This gate's going to have to wait until I built a hospital instead. Yeah, that didn't take very long. It helps to have double quarries, so we're going to go ahead and build this hospital. And it is a 2x2. So is there anything I could demolish? Yeah, I'm going to demolish this tavern. Just rebuild it someplace else. Hey, we have a hospital now. So does this mean we could tear down this clinic? Or should we just keep it? A stone gate. And I think it would make more sense to put another parapet on this end rather than like the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and start building this one up. What the? Oh man, they're coming at us in this direction now. Oh crap. Oh, they must have knew that we built this. Oh man, they're gonna destroy all my crap. This thing's really meant for destroying dragons. Oh, everything's just too out of reach. Oh crap, they're gonna ransack the city. Oh yes! We got him, and we got gold for it too. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. All right, cool. So we got armaments, and we're gonna let our stone count build up because now I'm like I want to close this off as well. So we're kind of now we're really starting to define the city limits here because I don't really want to go beyond this, at least not for this this playthrough that I'm doing on YouTube. I'm curious to see what all the fishing stuff looks like because I haven't built any of that before. So here it is, right? This is it, or this is it. Sends a fishing boat out to fish nearby. Must be near fishing grounds. Be careful not to place too many fishing huts in one area and overfish. Okay, workers 5. But just place it here. This could be like the fish town area of my city. What else do I have to build along with it? Probably a fishmonger. Prepares and stores fish for each fish collected from a fishing hut. The fishmonger prepares and cuts it into multiple servings if tools are available. Does this cost like any gold to upkeep? No, right? Okay, well, I'm not sure where all of our gold is disappearing to because I didn't build the parapet on here. Oh, I found out by clicking on here, it's the hospital that's costing us all this money. So I'm gonna risk demolishing the clinic because they're kind of it's our supply first at this point. So this clinic is costing us 9 gold per year. So we're going to demolish that. And I do have the option to build this larger treasure room, but I don't think that really increases tax revenue. So I really don't see the point other than like increasing the cap on how much money you can have stored up. I really don't anticipate playing the game this long to like 2,500 is not enough. Or until 1,000 is not enough. So hopefully by removing the clinic we can start getting a little bit more money. Well, I guess one thing I can do right now, I still haven't... We're just running a huge deficit because I built the hospital and I built the fire brigade, and that's what really put us in debt. So I guess one thing I can do though is just start trying to build more houses. I think right there looks pretty good. We'll place one there and then we can build a mine. Not a mine, but a well. We're still down by 12. But our tax revenue didn't go up as a result of building those 2 cottages. Oh, it did. It just did right now. It only went up by, what was it, 6? So we need to build another 2 more. And that's just to break even. Okay. So that's 1. I want to expand that direction. Okay, so we got tons of new housing. Hopefully we can get people moved in quickly and then collect that sweet, sweet taxes. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Yeah, Archer's parapet's not too bad. They're burning our fields. Rebuild with 3. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We just got to rebuild them. We'll just connect it like that. That way we have tons of like stone and wood, so we can just keep building these cottages. Our peasants want a church or library. Oh man, that's gonna cost more gold. Hey, if you want nice stuff, I'm gonna have to raise taxes on you guys again. Church or library? Where's it at? I can't afford either. This one doesn't have an upkeep cost though. It's only 25. But I've never built a library. 75. What I am going to build is just build a fishmonger because I only need 15 for that. And if the residents really want a church, we'll give them the church. Oh yeah, they're ready to go. So do they have output? Yes, they're actually making stuff. Wait, has no tools, too far away or none available. But this one has 7 tools ready to use. Maybe they just haven't transported. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. So now people have access to fish as part of their diet. Hopefully that increases their happiness, which is increasing. Yes, people are moving back in. Okay. Okay, I have to like pause it. Okay, I have to pause it and I'm gonna demolish all this stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna use that space for this church. Whoa, this church is huge. I think. Okay, it takes up happens to take up the exact same amount of space. So we're gonna have to find another place. Where was it? That small market? We could build a small market over here or something like that. Yeah, I got an achievement. Bustling city, and the church doesn't have like an annual upkeep cost. At least I hope not. But we got rid of a bakery apparently. So we need to rebuild the bakery. Oh, I kind of like having the market right next to the gate. So when we have visitors, you know, they don't wander into the city. Wait, maybe I can build a library. Oh, that's a $75 one. I don't have enough for that. I don't think I ever will. It's gonna get up to like a certain threshold and then just stop. So close. Okay, so where do we want to build this library? I don't know how big the library is. It's probably 2 by 2. 1 by 1. $24 gold per year. Wow, we're gonna have to build a couple more houses to make up the income for that. Ah, so close. Yes, we got the library. So hopefully people will get stop being in such a pissy mood. Wow. Okay, I've been playing this game since for a couple hours now. Really fun game, and I think that's all I'm gonna do, at least for YouTube. I had a lot of fun exploring this game, and I know that I probably only seen like just parts of the overall content. I know that there can be NPCs that are also building towns on the same map as you. Some might be friendly, some won't be, and there's just a lot more to it. There's also all kinds of mods. I already started looking into the mods. And anyways, folks, thanks for hanging out with me while I sat here and thoroughly enjoyed playing Castles and Kingdoms, or Kingdoms and Castles, whatever it's called. Super fun. If you like these type of games, I can thoroughly attest to you that this is definitely worth your time. All right, everyone, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.